Hi, my name is Jim Cassidy. I'm 51 years of age. I live in Delmich Park, Malross, Limerick. I started weightlifting when I was about 12 years of age. The first thing I ever bought was a bull buckler. The reason why I actually bought the bull buckler was because, like a lot of young fellas growing up in the areas, a lot of bullying and a lot of messing and things, and I was a very skinny young fella. I had my father's genetics. My father was a very small man, and I decided that I wanted to build myself up a bit. Bull buckler was just a start. It was just a device that you push in and pull on strings, and felt yourself getting small, a bit toned. I actually felt at the time it was the thing that developed a six-pack. I have a fairly good six-pack, not right today because I just finished the show and eating like a pig again. But I got a good old six-pack from that. People just ask me why, but I think it was down to that, actually, the pushing on that brought about. But after that then, a friend of mine came to me and he said that he had these wheels that were off a train and he had on a bar, but he didn't know where to put them. We had a shed and we put it out in our shed and we started trying to pull these wheels and lift them. But we didn't know what we were doing, they were early days. A friend of ours then had a little shed above in Ballinanty, where Slattery, and he had weights, so we went up and we saw for our first time a bench, chin and bar, squatting like, but it was a very small shed, no bigger than this room. We asked could we join, he said there was no room for us to get in. But once we told him we had a few weights, wheels and things and bars, he said bring them on. And that was it. We started in the shed, cold, wet, damp shed. In them days, you went in, you done back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, legs and abs every single day. No one had a clue about nutrition, no one had a clue about muscle breakdown, no one had a clue about rest, no one had a clue about protein, no one had a clue about nothing. The only thing you ever had was cheese, milk, and maybe a pint of Guinness. People were old enough to get it. And we trained there for a couple of years, and there was a show coming up in '84 in the Parkway in Limerick, which I jumped into, got nowhere. Another one in '85, jumped into that, nowhere. And then in '86 in Cork in Connolly Hall, I jumped in and I won it. I actually won Best Poser on today as well, which is a surprise. That's it. Then I went on to '87 then in the Mansion House in Dublin. Got a second, got a third in the Mansion House in the same year. Then I entered the Munsters again, which I won. Then I went in '89 and won in a local show, and then I went in again in '91 and placed second in the intermediate to a couple of very good Dublin nights, first and third day. I stopped competing then in '91 because work, driving trucks, article lorries, doing the continent in England. Continued to train, took a few dumbbells and weights with me. Nutrition and things had come on along the way, books had come out, we started to read, we knew about training separate body parts and rest and growing and recuperation. So I tipped away, but then I got Irish work again in 2006. So I was at home every evening, so I was able to go to the gym, where I would go to Olympic Gold, ride my clutch and space, or rushing down to our own Malross gym, which is just down the road, a local gym. So depending on the hour of the day that I'd finish. So I trained away there, and the next thing my son David, who was a competitor, he said to me, you should jump into the over 40s. So in 2008 I jumped into the over 40s, where I placed second, and that was the start of it. Back into the competition, competed in 2009, got a fourth, 2010, third, 2011, second. And in 2012, which was only a couple of weeks ago, I went to Spain to Santa Susana and went into the Master Classic category, where I got a silver medal coming second in the 82 kilo class. And that has been the pinnacle of my career so far. And it's just amazing to see that after all these years of competing, anything's possible. I never thought this would ever happen. It's a dream come true. It was the best feeling in the world to get that on the stage. You couldn't believe the joy. It's amazing. If you told me 20 years ago I'd be getting this now, I'd have laughed at you. So roughly 12 weeks out before the show, I was weighing 96 kilos, but my weight would have to be 82 kilos. Now I've never had to make a weight in any of the shows before because I was just intermediate, novice or whatever we were going for. So this was a hard thing for me to do, to get down to that kind of weight. So what I done was I went on a very strict diet of just in the morning I'd have my porridge and my eggs. That was basically my carbs First of all, I do my walking. I go for a half an hour or 40 minutes walking. Come back out of my porridge with my choy seeds that I put in that. They're omega-3, omega-6, about 10 eggs, and just 2 egg whites, or 2 yolks, the rest was egg whites, and then my coffee and away to work. Worked in, I worked in the truck driver doing bins, so it was like a cardio to me as well through the day. But plenty of chicken, fish, turkey, loads of it. I ate up massive amounts of that because I felt my carbs were cut so low that if I didn't put in mega doses of protein, what would happen is my body would only take, if I only took a normal amount of protein, it would use that for energy and I'd have nothing for my muscle. My muscle would be it. So I was eating terrible amounts. My son actually, David, said, "You was eating an awful lot of protein," but I knew I needed it because my job being physical, jumping in and out of the truck 1,000 times a day, pulling bins and all that. Back home then, have something to eat, maybe a small protein, then head for the gym. I would normally just train. I was training every night, so it was 7 days a week. And I picked one body part, back, chest, shoulders, whatever would be on the night. But first of all, I might do 20 minutes cardio, and then I would finish up with about 40. I was getting about 2 hours, never mind the bins, of cardio a day. And I could see my weight coming down, and I could see my condition coming in. Now, I was taking the protein drinks for about 4 weeks of the 12, and then with the 8 weeks out I stopped them because I felt they were bloating me a bit. So it was more food, it was all food. Vitamins, multivitamin, B complex, vitamin C, and vitamin D, which I have inside. So I was taking high doses of that, training hard, going to bed very early, getting plenty of rest, and drinking wagons of water. I must have been putting 6, 8, 10 litres into it, depending. I never got thirsty. Even the minute I start training in the gym, the minute I start, straight on the water, drink, 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 drink. Get plenty of it into you. I want to bathroom a lot through the night, but I get used to it. Trained away for the 12 weeks, trained between Roy's gym, Olympic Gold, and the Moirash gym, which is down here, and put in savage workout. Got plenty of encouragement by the lads pushing me and training me. Watched my weight coming down slowly. The week before the show, I was hitting my 82 kilos, 81.5. I was happy. On the morning of the show, I was 81.5. So I just had a small bit of protein, stayed away from the drink through the day, and travelled to Santa Susana to make the weight. Funny enough, then when we got there, even though we were all exhausted and tired, every one of us were on the button with weight. We didn't even have to wait. We would have made it, but we didn't even have to wait because it was so late. So I started to eat up from then. I had my bit of food there, ate my good breakfast the next morning, where I had rice and chicken and a small espresso. Then went back to my room, rested, threw the legs up against the wall, left them rest, and then went back down for my lunch and went to the show. Got backstage, got the tan on, pumped up, and placed second, as you know. So it was a great day, a great trip, and I want to thank the big bullman as well for it. If it was only for him bringing me on, I'd never have done it. A good man. So that was it. That was my diet, 12 weeks of it, and the nutrition side. And I found out it's down to cardio. If you need to make a weight, you got to do a lot of cardio. Cut your carbs. It's hard, but I never had to make a weight before. Otherwise, I would have been eating more carbs through the day. Because I had to get to that weight, and if I ever go compete again, I'd have to do the same. It's very hard. It's very disciplined. There's times there my stomach was aching in the bed. I could have come down and ate the house. And you see, my wife was cooking certain foods for herself, and my daughter Christine and my granddaughter, and God, the smell. It was so difficult. But if you're going to give it 100%, you've got to give it 100%, because you cheat and you got pushed out there, you drive yourself mad. So you're better off to stick to it. So thank God it all worked out well. And I'm a proud man myself.